Alright, first you're going to start center part. And then we want to make a section that goes vertical just beside, in front of, just behind the ear, and pull that section back. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Section, hair forward. So all this section is out. And then we're going to take the very edge of the hairline around the nape of the neck, also out. Now this back section, I've put it in a ponytail, so it's wrapped up real tight. For looking at your research images for Chrissy, you're going to take these sections and you're going to wrap these into curls off of the ponytail. But for a couple of you other girls, we're just simply wrapping this hair into a bun. Like so. And then pinning the bun in its place.
That's not scary.
It's actually quite easy. Yeah. This is the easy part, and luckily it's only a little bit of hair that you have to put into an actual roller. Does it feel secure?
Yes.
Good. And then next, we're going to start with this top section. Take about an inch and a half worth of hair. Make sure you comb it out, have it nice and clean. Give it a hairspray, because you know we want it to last the whole show. And one of these lovely hot rods, because they will already be hot. 3/4 of the way down the hair. Wrap that end right next to it. So you got it on there. Hold that little end piece in and roll over top of that end piece so it holds it in place. And then you can just roll from there. Up into this lovely bit of curl, like so. And then from there, we're only working with the hair that's above the ear. We're going to go the vertical section right next to the face. Make sure you comb it out. Grab any of those baby hairs you possibly can. Make sure you give them a nice spray. Smaller rod. Same idea, about 3/4 down. Wrap that hair around. Make sure you hold those ends in. You don't want your curls to get weak at the end. And then roll the hair over top of it. And it's important that you take smaller, manageable sections, so that way all of the hair gets that heat from the rod. Pull out those baby hairs, move them down with the hairspray. And forward. So we've got both sides wrapped. And when you roll them going towards the face, because we're wanting the curls to wrap towards your face. That's how they wore them in this style. Now we're going to take these sections in the back. Same thing. Comb it out, make sure it's pretty smooth. Give it a good spray. Come back through, get all those little hairs, because we want those baby hairs to be included in this curl. Again, we're gonna go 3/4 down, wrap that hair, make sure you get those ends in there, and then fold the hair over top of it, wrapping towards the face once again. You want to make sure those curls are wanting to wrap around your body. Use the smallest rods near the temples of your face, so that way the curls are tightest around your face, especially with the longer hair girls. I'll show you, but some of that hair is going to hang really long and you're going to have to pin it up anyways, but the tighter the curl, it shortens the length of the curl. Now for Chrissy and your hairstyle, you're going to take sections from the bun or from the ponytail, and it's the same idea. Spray clean section, and you're going to use one of the smaller hot rollers, and you're going to curl those ones around. So that way when you work around your ponytail, it's going to give it some body and some curl. And you're pretty much going to make a whole ponytail of those. Now we have this lovely bit of curler ponytail. Let it sit, let it cool, and then you take those out. Now when you go to take these out, it's very important that you're clean with them coming out because it will cause the curls to get frizzy. So if you unroll them a little bit, and then you take and you just unwrap them from the hair. And as long as you've done nice clean sections, it should come out off the rod very easily. You see how tight that curl is? Nice bounce to it. You see how those ends are nice and curled? It's because you make sure you get those curls, those pieces inside and wrapped underneath that hair so it holds them down, and it really just makes it hold that curl to the end. So you don't even see them because they like to hide up in the rest of it. If you do get one of these little straight pieces, you can always bump that with the curling iron. Or in this case, we're probably going to end up pinning that piece back. Make sure you give everything a nice coat of hairspray before you start playing with it too much, so it'll set the curls, help them hold. Don't get them too saturated or you won't be able to separate them. Let that hairspray dry a little bit. Now if you have longer, the curls are longer, especially on Molly's hair, being as long as they are, we're going to pin them up. But we don't want to pin them in a way that's going to plaster them to your head, because you want to have a little bit of body with it. So we got lovely bouncy curls to go with the lovely bouncy personalities. And as I'm doing this, I'm working with the curls in the sections that I had made already when I wrapped them in the rods. It just makes everything a lot more manageable if you work with them, everything in a section, a little bit at a time. That way it doesn't get overwhelming. And I'm just pinning them very loosely, generally grabbing them about when they're in their first turn of the curl. So that way they kind of bounce out already and leave some more volume to the hair. Now I'm unwrapping these rollers. Usually when it comes to unwrapping things, it's best to start at the bottom and then work your way to the top, because if you're at the top and you're going to the bottom pieces, then you're going to be fighting with that hair that's hanging over top of it, and you're going to get them tangled up. So it's easier to start at the bottom so you can keep your sections clean. Once again, you're unrolling them as you go down, so that way it helps to keep the curl clean and defined. Girls were very particular about having their hair look proper. And that's your style, Chrissy. But for Molly, we're going to put this back up. You're going to make sure you grab the end pieces of your hair so that way they don't peek out and pop out as you're dancing or doing any kinds of fast movements. Just take them and split them into smaller little pieces, but make sure to be clean. Take a little bit at a time and twist them like you did when you were a kid. Just keep twirling them in the direction they were rolling. So then you have like little tiny ringlets. Kills a style really quick. Now if your hair is really long, because like Emily, I know your hair was extremely long for this look. Pulling up these sections and pinning them just underneath the bun, so then they create little ringlets hanging down from the ponytail, like so. And you just continue that across all sides where you just pin them up.